let's put ourselves in the following scenario. I'll be doing many calculations from Celsius degrees to Fahrenheit degrees. It's going to be different parts of my code because I need to do this many times. One option would be that I just use the code that we wrote in previously, and that I use the same thing for different values of degrees, the values that I'm interested in converting. And if we reload the page, we'll get those values in Fahrenheit. But there are a couple of bad things with this approach. The first one, what if there's an error in the formula? If that error is found, then I'll have to find all of the places where that formula was used, and it's very much likely that I'll miss out one, and then there'll still be errors in my code. There's another issue as well, that we are repeating the same line, which in this case is just one line, but it could be that it involves many different steps, and we're repeating that code in many places. We're using up more space, maybe making the code less maintainable, less clean. So there's a construction called functions, which we can use in JavaScript as well as in many other programming languages. And the analogy that can make it the most clear is that of a factory, where basically we have a process that we want to use many times, and the factory has inputs, has parameters, what we call parameters, which could be different things, or no parameters in some cases as well. And then there's a certain process involved, and there can be outputs. In this case, creating a function to do this calculation will be very useful, because then if there's an error in the formula, we only change it in the function, in that routine, so we don't have to change it all over the code. We change it inside the function, and then we just use the function. Let me just show you how you can create a function. We'll call this converter. See how my code editor already created like a template of a function. Basically, functions can have arguments. In this case, the argument is going to be the number of Celsius degrees, and then there will be an operation going on here that will be just the same thing. Let's call this Celsius, and we're going to return back this value. So that comes out as an output from this function. And in all the places where we needed this, what we'll do will be just call this function like this. And that allows us to have the routine written in one single place, so making it more modular, easier to maintain, and cleaner. And if I reload the page, you'll see that the results are exactly the same. So functions allow you to have routines of code that you can reuse multiple times.